Okay. I like that Maddox is ready to go with his pointer finger. Okay, everybody, you should be right here on the word is occur. What's that word, everybody?
Occur.
Hey, thanks for saying it with me. I just want to hear you say it one more time. The words occur. What's that word?
Occur.
Perfect. Now, you guys are a little too loud. I want to hear you whisper. What's that word?
Occur.
I don't know if I was a whisper, but now I want to turn the person next to you and say that word to him. What's that word?
Occur.
Good. Now I want to hear you sound it out with me. Ready, go. Occur. Perfect. So, a full moon occurs every month. Yeah. Christmas occurs once a year. So does Thanksgiving in America. Okay. So occur just means to happen. Okay. So if it happens, it occurs. Okay. So to occur means to happen. So to happen is the same thing as what, everybody? Occur. Good. Okay. So if it happens, it occurs. Okay. So like prom happened a couple of weeks ago, so it occurred
a
couple of weeks ago. I don't remember
Prom
what it was. Okay. So okay, so if it happens, it occurs. Okay, so like today is Wednesday. Wednesday is occurring right now.
Yes.
Happening right now. Okay, so let's get that written down. Let's get that written down. Okay, I appreciate you getting that written down. Okay, so right here.
Oh, it's
right
turned.
happen.
You just take
Yep.
turns.
Thanks for following along.
Are you
Get that
spinning
down
it?
for me.
It's turning.
Okay, thanks for following along.
It
Getting that? All right. Okay, I'm going to ask you this question. I want you to think about this question, okay, and then we're going to share out some answers. So, what is an event you would like to see occur more often? Okay, so think about it for 10 seconds. I want everybody to think about this. So think about an event or like a holiday, okay, things that you would like to occur more often. Okay, so what is an event you would like to see occur more often? I want you to turn to the person next to you and tell them, what's an event you would like to see occur more often? What do you think? What's something you'd like to see occur more often?
There you go.
Drum circle.
Yeah, like stomp. You know, like stomp.
Liberty Park.
We need more stomp.
I like it especially when it's like maybe
I need a stomp. They're fun.
More often.
They're really fun. I think they're doing it
All right, let's wrap it up in 5 seconds. There's some really good discussions here about events you'd like to occur more often, okay? Okay, thanks for wrapping up. Why don't you go ahead and share with us? What's an event you would like to occur more often, please? Alicia?
Ooh, stomps.
Okay, so stomps, so like dances, okay? So that's something you'd like to have occur or happen more often, okay? Appreciate you sharing that with us, Alicia. Okay, or actually, you know what? Here, I got something for us to help us with this sentence. Alright, so right here. So, you guys are just telling everybody about an event you like to occur more often. I want you to use this sentence frame when I call on you. So you're going to say, one event I would like to see occur more often is what? Okay, go ahead and share with us a sentence that your idea, and just read the sentence frame for us, please, Gabe. Yeah, it's not on your board. It's not on your paper. Wait, so you don't need to write anything, so can you read this up here, Gabe? Can you see this? So it says, one event I would like to see occur more often is what? It's not on your book, yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
It's not on your book, yeah, it's only up on the board. Can you read that? Can you see it from back there? So one event I would like to see occur more often is what?
Read it, Gabe.
Alright, Gabe, let's take that headphone out. gotta read the sentence for us here. Okay, tune's blasting too loud back there. Okay, so you're just gonna read the sentence. Can you read it from back there?
One event I would like to see more often
Is what?
NBA games.
Ooh, NBA games. Okay, so that'd be an event that a game would like to see occur more often. Okay, so they only happen certain times of the year. There are a ton of them. Okay, but they could happen more often, right? They could occur more often, right? Really great sense, Gabe. Go ahead and share with us your example, please, Rigo.
One event I would like to see occur more often is drum circle.
Ooh, drum circle.
yeah.
Okay, so if you've ever been to Liberty Park on a Sunday, okay, whole lot of people hanging out, jamming out some circles, dancing around. Okay, really appreciate you sharing that with the class. Okay, so that's an event that Rigo would like to see occur more often. Okay, sends a lot of positive vibes across the valley. So take a look at the example question here for occur. Okay, I'm going to read it out loud. When I pause, I want you guys to say the word with me. Okay, so everybody find the question under occur. How do you know that a
Rainstorm.
is about to
Occur.
occur? How do you know a rainstorm is about to occur? Okay, we've all been living for at least 15 years now. I think all of you are at least 15. So I know that a rainstorm is about to occur when I what?
Look at the weather channel.
Ooh, look at the weather channel. That's a good one. What else? How else do you know it's going to occur? You could look on your phone, maybe your weather app. Oh, you could look outside and see dark clouds. Okay. So, any of those are really good examples. So, I know that rainstorms are about to occur when I'll just use Rigo's examples as the first one. So, when I watch the weather channel.
I do not watch the weather channel.
Or I could be looking up the weather, but I don't think any of us watch the weather channel.
My mom does like every single day, so it's okay.
Ugh.
I watch it every morning.
So boring. Just look up the weather online. Okay, so I want you to make sure you have something written down there. Have a period at the end there. Good. Perfect. Looking great. Appreciate you got a period there.
Is there 2 eggs in there?
Yeah, like that one. Okay. All right. Everybody's got examples there. A lot of people wrote what I wrote. Some people have some different ones that we went over. Okay. So appreciate you get that written down. Let's take a look here at the next word. Okay, everybody find the next word down. Everybody find it with their pointer finger. I want you to find it with your pointer finger. The next word down is incapable. What's that word, everybody?
Incapable.
Okay, thanks for saying that with me. Let's just say it one more time. Word's incapable. What's that word?
Incapable.
Good, thanks for being nice and loud. I want you to hear you say it to the ceiling now.
Incapable.
Good, now I want you to say the person next to you.
Incapable.
Now I want to hear you whisper it. Now I want to hear you sound it out with me. You ready to go? Incapable. Perfect. So, a newborn baby is incapable of sitting up or walking. Okay. Ooh, and a good example for you high schoolers. Okay. When in Utah, in America, most places, okay, you are incapable of buying alcohol until you are 21. Okay, so incapable would be what having the ability to what something. Okay, so if I'm incapable, do I have the ability to do something, Miles? Yes or no? If I'm incapable. Okay, so in this case, incapable is going to be not having the ability to do something. Okay? So if I do not have the ability to do something, I'm incapable. So, for example, if a person is permanently disabled and they are in a wheelchair, okay, they might be incapable of walking.
What?
Well, it depends. Yeah.
Not so paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, so it depends. I don't know everything about paralyzation and things like that. Okay, so incapable, just know you can't do it. Okay. So right now you probably might be incapable of completing the hardest physics problem on the planet. Okay, but if you go to school for long enough, maybe you will become capable. Okay, let's get that written down. So not, and then 2 right there. Okay, you might become capable. Community college. Kindergarten. It's like, so I'm trying to do some math back. It has some.
Wait, we need to do a sentence, huh? I'm so confused.
Okay. All right.
Wait, you want us to write the sentence?
No. Okay. I'm going to ask you this question, though. I want you to think about this. What are you incapable of doing without help? Okay, so think about that for like 10 seconds. What's something you're incapable of doing without help? Like something you couldn't do without help. Okay, so take about 5 more seconds. Think about an example. I'm going to have you share your example with the person next to you. What's something you're incapable of doing without help? Tell the person next to you. What's something you're incapable of doing without help?
Oh.
To do.
Something you can't do without help.
Cannot do without help.
Something you're incapable of doing without help.
Aerial flip.
And you can't do it without help.
Not without help, huh?
You need help to do it.
Driving.
I bet.
Big
No,
traffic.
I need help. It's the whole family.
You need help with the big traffic.
I know.
When it's hard, that's a long one.
You're in that gray area where you're like almost gonna get your license, but you like you have a permit.
I know.
Oh, I can't. I'm saying like when my son's in skate park.
You need one of those to get a driver's license.
And a permit. I bet you.
My girlfriend, she doesn't have a social security number. She's just not from America. She has a dragging car. So it's different than a driver's license, but you can get one without one. Alright, okay. Tell me something that you are incapable of doing, okay,
Capable of doing?
without help. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna read this sentence frame. Okay, so it just says, without help, I am incapable of what? Okay, lifting heavy objects, organizing big projects. What is it, Pilar? Go ahead and share with us what you said.
Incapable.
Wait, so use a sentence frame here.
Without help, I am incapable of driving.
Okay, so without help, you're incapable of driving. So maybe right now, you're at an age where you're still either learning, okay, which is most likely you're learning how to drive, so you'd be incapable, okay, of driving by yourself right now. Okay, really great sentence, Pilar. I appreciate you sharing that with us. Why don't you go ahead and share with us what you put, please? Lisa?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, one is how I am capable of being the aerial.
Okay, so doing an aerial, so like cheerleading. Okay, so without help, Alicia would be incapable of doing an aerial flip, okay, which is understandable because if you've ever done flips before,
I have.
it's pretty hard to do them just on the ground without help, okay, especially if you're just standing there, okay. Really great sentence, Alicia. All right, everybody find the example question here under incapable. Starts with what word? I'm going to read it out loud. When I pause, I want to hear you say the word. So everybody find the example question. I'm going to read it when I pause, say that word. What were you
Incapable.
of doing 10 years ago? Appreciate you reading that word with me. Okay, now back to your voice nice now. So what's something 10 years ago you were incapable of doing? So right now you guys are all at least 15. So think back when you're 5, 6, 7 years old, 18 years old, or 8 years old, Jack, maybe. Okay, so 10 years ago I was incapable
What's something that you were incapable
of what? What's something you couldn't do 10 years ago?
Know how to drive.
Yeah, mow your lawn. What'd you say?
Know how to drive.
Know how to drive? Yeah, you wouldn't have known how to drive. Maybe you drive like a
10 years ago,
go-kart or something, like a bumper car. My son's been driving bumper cars at lagoons since he was a little guy. But it doesn't mean he knows how to drive. Okay, yeah, so what's something you were incapable of doing 10 years ago? Okay, I am going to say, because this is realistic for me, 10 years ago I was incapable of buying a house.
Riding a bike.
Okay, so I have enough money now that I can buy a house. So I'm capable now. Yeah, no, luckily I'm not. Look at my mom. Before. Okay, good. So that's perfect. See, okay, I like that one. Okay, make sure you got a period there.
This is the first year I got rid of the
We did my own workbook. We didn't work around during
Okay,
workbooks.
we got here.
Yeah,
Okay,
mine-
that. Period
My
there.
knee and my
Okay, let's get something. Text your potential girlfriend later. Okay, buying cigarettes, so you can buy those now. No, I'm just kidding. But no, you're right. You would have been incapable then too. Okay. Let me just do. Okay, so just make sure you have it. Alright. Okay. Everyone's got some really good examples. Okay. Here's what we are going to do. We are going to share our example with our partner. Okay. So the person that is going to read, okay, is the person that is the youngest. Okay, so last time the oldest person read first. This time the youngest person is going to read first. So here's what I expect. Okay, this is only going to take about 20 seconds. You and your partner are just going to start with 10 years ago I was incapable of, and then just share with them. Read the whole thing. Okay, make sure you're paying attention. You're not staring off in la la land. Alright, paying attention to your partner. Okay, youngest person read, ready, go.
10 years I was incapable of riding a bike.
Okay, now youngest person, now oldest person's turn.
10 years. Oh, I was
incapable
of being
That's right. Good job.
Okay, sounds like everybody's done now. Thanks a ton for sharing those with each other. There's some great partner work. Okay, why don't you go and share those sentences that you wrote, please, Brady?
This one?
Yeah, so 10 years ago,
10 years ago, what is that word?
incapable.
Incapable of buying beer.
Okay, so 10 years ago, Braden was incapable of buying a beer, a brewski. Okay, that's true. Okay, he's still incapable, but definitely 10 years ago, he still would have even been more incapable of buying a beer. Okay, really great sentence, Braden. Why don't you go ahead and share this with you, put please, Jack?
10 years I was incapable of riding a bike.
Ooh, so 10 years ago, Jack was incapable of riding a bike. Okay, so Jack, can you ride a bike now?
No. Yes, I want to ride a bike.
Okay, so, yeah, so maybe 10 years ago, maybe you didn't know how to ride a bike. Okay, I don't remember how old I was when I learned how to ride a bike. Okay, perfect size, Jack. Why don't you go ahead and share this with you, please? Miles, you go share this with you, please? Of buying a what? Oh, okay, buying cigarettes. Okay, so that's true. So, like you know, there's certain things you have to be a certain age to buy, like cigarettes. Okay, 10 years ago, obviously you would never have been capable of buying cigarettes when you're a little kid. Okay, if someone sold you cigarettes when you're a little kid, that would not be good. Okay. Before we read here, there's a couple of vocab words just at the bottom of this page and then one at the bottom of the next page over. So we're just going to touch on those before we read. Okay, so everybody find the vocab words here.
Oh, I keep tracking now.
Alright, okay, find the vocab words on the bottom of page 270. Okay, we're just going to touch on these really quick. So the first word is trembled. What's that word, everybody?
Trembled.
Good. Trembled is shook slightly in a way that cannot be controlled. So, like, think about when you're really cold and you're like, ooh, like shivering. Okay, tremble would be like the same thing. Okay, and then, or maybe you would tremble if you're like scared or something. I don't know. Okay, and then the next word is irritably. What's that word, everybody?
Irritably.
All right, we're gonna say that one more time. Okay, irritably. What's that word, everybody?
Irritably.
Irritably. Okay, so have you heard the word irritable? Irritable just means like you get bothered easily. So irritably is an annoyed or grumpy way. Okay. You going somewhere?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
The track unless you want me to.
What?
The track.
The track?
The robot dog.
Why don't you stick in class for a little bit longer? We're almost done reading here. Okay, you've already taken a break this period. You can stick in a
From the
little bit longer.
varsity.
Okay, you're doing great so far, okay?
From the goal.
You got it. Alright, okay, so irritably in an annoyed or grumpy way. So when you like ask your younger or your older sibling for something and they're like, no, you can't borrow my whatever. Okay, that would be irritably. Or maybe you talk to your younger siblings that same way too. Okay, we've all been there before. Alright, and then on the other page, okay, bottom of the other page, the word is. The word is
Telepathy.
Telepathy.
let me think of the best way to pronounce this. Telepathy. Okay.
Telepathy.
I know, yeah, this one's kind of a shit. Okay, kind of like telephone. Telepathy. Alright, okay, so the word is telepathy. What's that word, everybody?
Telepathy.
Okay, this one's a little harder, so let's just try it one more time. The word is telepathy. What's that word?
Telepathy.
Telepathy. Good. So it's a way of communicating silently from one mind to another. Okay, so if you've watched any like superhero movies, okay, yeah, it's like that you can read minds like Jean Grey from X-Men. Okay, Rigo, Jean Grey. She can use telepathy, okay, to read your mind. Okay, same with whatever the professor is, X-Men too.
Like a genie?
Like a genie.
Yes.
Maybe.
Robot dog.
The genies read your mind.
Robot
Okay.
dog.
Alright.
That's too
For
bad.
this reading, we're going to be thinking about the key idea question as we read. So, the key idea question is, summarize what happens in Miss K's dream. Okay, so remember, yesterday we met Mr. and Mrs. K and learned that they are no longer happy with their lives on Mars. Okay, Mrs. K is waiting for something to happen, but what? We don't know. So let's keep reading to find out. Okay, so I'm gonna read. Okay, I'm gonna read the first page out loud to you. Here's what I expect. You guys follow along with your pointer finger. Okay, when we get to the second page, okay, I'm gonna read out loud still, but when I pause, I'm gonna call specific people to say the word out loud.
Where are we reading again?
Okay, so we're right on the top of page 270. Yeah, so 270.
Paragraph 18, right?
Yeah, paragraph 15. Yep, that's correct. Yeah, so right here where it says her brown fingers. Okay, so everybody find that. Just follow along with your pointer finger. Like I said, I'm not going to ask you to read out loud just yet, but I just want you to follow along and read as I'm reading. Okay? Okay. The dream occurred. Her brown fingers trembled, came up, grasped the air. A moment later, she sat up, started gasping. She glanced about swiftly, as if expecting someone there before her. She seemed disappointed. The space between the pillars was empty. Her husband appeared in a triangular door. "Did you call?" he asked irritably. "No," she cried. "I thought I heard you cry out." "Did I? I was almost asleep and had a dream." "In the daytime? You don't often do that." She sat as if struck in the face by the dream. "How strange, how very strange," she murmured. "The dream." Oh, he evidently wished to return to his book. "I dreamed about a man." "A man?" "A tall man, 6 feet 1 inch tall." "How absurd, a giant, a misshapen giant." Somehow she tried the words. "He looked all right, in spite of being tall. He had, oh, I know you'll think it's silly, he had blue eyes." "Blue eyes, gods," cried Mr. K. "What did you dream next?" "I suppose he had black hair." "How did you guess?" She was excited. "I picked the most unlikely color," he replied coldly. "Well, black it was," she cried, "and he had a very white skin. Oh, he was most unusual. He was dressed in a strange uniform, and he came down out of the sky and spoke pleasantly to me." Okay. Okay, so what have we learned? Have we learned anything about her dream yet?
Nope.
Oh, we did. Okay, a little bit. So let's underline some stuff here. Okay, so in her dream, okay, she said she saw in paragraph 27 a man, a tall man, 6 feet 1 inch tall. Okay. A giant. Let's underline those keywords here. So this is going to help us answer this. So paragraph 26, 27. So right here. So I want us to underline this stuff. So it's kind of helping us remember what she dreamed about. So can you underline that for me? Right there?
Blue
That's
eyes.
Tall.
So we're going to
Blue
underline
eyes.
this. So tall man, 6 feet,
Blue eyes.
giant, right below that.
Blue eyes.
Okay, you get that underlined, so let's underline. Oh, you got it? Perfect. Okay. Alright, so he's a giant, 6 feet tall. So if they think 6 feet tall is a giant, are they a tall people themselves? Do you think if they think 6 feet tall is a giant, do you think they're tall?
No.
No, right? They're probably really short. If they think a giant is 6 feet tall, okay, they must be really short. Okay, so in spite of being tall, he had what? Right here it says he had blue eyes. So let's underline that. Right above paragraph 29. Okay, so he had blue eyes. And then in the line 30, he had black hair. Okay. So he's a giant, he's a tall man, he has blue eyes, he's got black hair. Okay, so we underline that here. So blue eyes down there, and then black hair up there.
There's black hair.
Okay, so we got
Now you
blue
got
eyes
10 for
there,
myself to court.
and then black
Good
hair.
job.
Okay, blue eyes right here. There, and then black hair. Okay, looking good. Okay, thanks for getting that underlined. Okay, perfect. Okay. And then see if there's anything else. Okay, so all we know, she didn't really explain anything, but I'm not going to make you underline this, but he was dressed in a strange uniform. So
I can underline that.
in your eyes, what do you imagine this person is right now? And remember, we're just about people who live on Mars. Ooh, there we go, Rigo. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, just based on the description of it. That'd be humans, okay? Okay, so let's keep on reading to find out. Hi-yo.
Party there.
I don't know what class that is, but they're having a great time.
That was crazy though, wasn't it? Imagine if I was in the classroom.
That must be Mr. Kroniski's class down the hall.
Belgium doesn't do phosphor, right?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
They're screaming.
It's either that or it's Japanese next door. I don't know.
It sounded like both of them.
I'm sure.
Okay, so next page, page 271. 271, flip your books over. Okay, on this page, when I pause, when I read, okay, I want to hear everybody say the word out loud. Okay, so here's all I expect. You follow along through pointer finger. Okay, and on the next page, okay, follow along through pointer finger. Okay, it's only one page. It's not that much to go through. All you need to do is say a few words. Maybe it'll be around 10 total. Okay. And we'll be good to go. So all I expect is you follow with the pointer finger. Okay, we'll read through this and we'll summarize what happens in her dream. So she's already kind of like just described who's in her dream, but she hasn't described what happened yet. Okay, so let's read to find out. Okay, so top of page 271. Out of the sky. What nonsense. He came in a metal thing that glittered in the sun, she remembered. She closed her eyes to shape it again. I dreamed there was the sky, and something sparkled like a coin. Okay, so coin thrown into the air, and suddenly it grew large and fell down softly to land, a long silver craft, round and alien. And a door opened the side of the silver object, and this tall man stepped out. Okay, so the man appeared in a what? Spacecraft of some kind. Okay.
Spacecraft.
I don't know. It just says that it was sparkly. It was like silver. Okay. Long, silver. Okay.
Silver.
I don't know. Okay, let's keep reading to find out. Line 35, paragraph 35. If you worked harder, you wouldn't have these silly dreams. I'd rather enjoy it, she replied, lying back. I never suspected
myself
of such an imagination. Black hair, blue
Eyes.
and white skin. What a strange man, and yet quite handsome. Wishful thinking, husband says. Okay. Okay. You're unkind. I didn't think him up on purpose. He just came in my
mind
while I drowsed. It wasn't like a dream. It was so unexpected and different. He looked at me and he said, I have come from the third planet in my
shit.
My name is Nathaniel York. A stupid name. It's no name at all, objected the husband. Of course it's stupid, because it's a
Dream.
she explained softly. And he said, this is the first trip across space. There are only two of us in our ship. Myself and my friend Bert. Another stupid name. Husband sounds a little jealous. Okay. And he said, we're from a
City.
city good on Earth. That's the name of our planet, continued Mrs. K. That's what he said. Earth. That was the name he spoke. And he used another language. Somehow I understood him. With my
Mind.
telepathy, I suppose. Mr. K turned away. She stopped him with a word. Ill? She called quietly. Do you ever wonder if, well, there are people living on the third planet. What's the third planet?
Mars.
Earth. Why is it Earth the third planet?
Because it goes around. The moon goes around.
Why is Earth the third planet? Who knows? It's the third planet from the sun, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the moon.
And Mars is the fourth planet, right? So we're the third planet. Okay, last paragraph. The third planet is
Incapable.
good of supporting life, stated the husband patiently. Our scientists have said there's far too much oxygen in their atmosphere. Okay, so in this dream, Miles, space forward. Okay, so in this dream, okay, she stumbled across a human from Earth, right? Okay, do you guys think this is an actual dream?
Yeah, no.
Okay, now there's more she talks about it. Maybe not, okay? But it's kind of weird because she said she understood the language, okay? But what did they think about Earth? Who remembers? What do we read there at the end? What do they think about Earth? Earth couldn't have what? People living on it. Okay, so it's kind of like us thinking about Mars right now. We think about Mars like nobody could live there, of course. Like all of our scientists have said there's no life on Mars, nobody's living there. So this book is kind of saying, turning the page here and saying there's people on Mars are saying the same thing about Earth. Oh, there's too much oxygen there. Nobody could live on Earth, right? Okay, so what happens in Mrs. K's dream? How can we summarize it? What happened? Who came? Who came, Gabe, in the dream? Okay, so 6-foot guy from where, Braden?
Mars.
No, from Earth. Okay, on a what?
A jet.
Okay, so let's just basically summarize that. So we're gonna write here in the box. Okay, so what happened in Mrs. K's dream? Okay, let's say Mrs. K meets a man from Earth who came on a spaceship.
Mm-hmm.